Okay.
That way to you.
Just finally, do you know the name Vera Twomey? Are you aware who that is?
Absolutely. I've been working with Vera since last July, when I accompanied her to the first meeting with Simon Harris in relation to the CBD oil, the cannabis oil.
Yeah.
I was at the last meeting in Leinster House with a number of TDs. The fundamental issue, as far as I observe it, is there is a huge reluctance in the medical community, and particularly within the neurological community, to prescribe CBD oil in Ireland, because they don't believe that that they have seen enough in terms of research or outcomes to consider prescribing it.
Well, they're not trained. They're not trained, they say. They don't have the expertise.
No, that's not what they're saying to us. And I know a group of them met the minister recently, and they felt they were coming under public pressure to prescribe a medicine that they're not comfortable with.
You're saying that the professionals don't believe in this medicine?
Fundamentally, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, right. That's news to me.
Well, that's the long and the short of it, in respect of individuals.
So all the other countries that do, and all the other paediatric neurologists that do, they're all wrong, are they?
Well, I'm not saying that, Neil.
Well, they're saying that.
Well, they're saying... I mean, I met with the committee, for example, or the chairman of the committee who did the HPRA. Now, they do recommend it, for Dravet syndrome, which is what Ava has. That's Vera's daughter. It's a rare form of epilepsy.
Yeah.
But the consultants here are not prescribing it. Now, I'm not putting blame on consultants here either. We must understand there's professional clinical decision making that we can't interfere with. I'm not a consultant. You're not a consultant.
But you've met with them.
Sorry, I haven't met with the particular consultants here, but I've met with those who the recent study or the recent examination that the minister organised, and it's the HPRA, the group responsible for licensing medicines in this country.
They changed it for chemo, for epilepsy, and MS.
Right.
Yeah.
But in the discussions I had, they said that their biggest concern, and the biggest concern of the medical community, and not just in Ireland, by the way, there'll be an international debate about this, is the impact that it can have on developing brains, particularly on children and young people. And it's been explained to me that that's one of the issues. They have no real clinical data, clinical trials that indicate what the outcomes of long-term application of this medicine would be to the developing brain of children and young people.
So we're at an impasse then.
So that's why they're recommending what's called a compassionate access program, or a clinical trial type approach, whereby, yes, named consultants or consultants on a named patient basis can prescribe it, but they would like them that it would be recorded, that it would be monitored, and that the outcomes would be monitored over time. So there is a window there whereby under that scenario, and the minister says he wants to get the compassionate access program up and running he gave a commitment at that last meeting within 12 weeks. The next stage after that would be to get a consultant then who would be willing to prescribe it, and that so far has proved very elusive.
So we need to find a consultant now who will operate the named patient list, where patients can get this medicinal cannabis, and then they can be monitored while on it.
Yes.
And the research can be gathered.
Yes, that's it. In a nutshell, that's what would, in Vera Neva's case, would remove the road blockage.
Okay, and we're no closer to that consultant.
We're not. It's very frustrating, and it's very difficult for Vera. And again, as I said to you earlier, we're not doctors, and we don't, we're not in a position to become authorities on medicine overnight either.
Yeah, but he could hire somebody from America or Canada or from Europe.
I did ask the minister last July to do it. I was wondering what was going on in Colorado, for example, because this all starts out last July, people saying you can go to Colorado, you can get this, and they're prescribing it there. And it took me some time to try and Vera and everybody else some time to try and work out what the hell, how is that working? Now I have... there are some international contacts and consultants in other jurisdictions who are doing it, and I believe in Canada, Germany, and
so
Holland.
My point is, can you not hire somebody from there?
Well, in my view, we could, or we should be accessing that expertise and as well.
Employ somebody from there, bring them in.
Estimate the degree to which the medical community are not convinced about this. I'd have to be straight up about that.
They're not what?
They're not convinced about it. That's the only observation I can make.
It's an interesting one this morning. Okay, all right. Okay, that they're not convinced about it. Okay, finally, I'm going to let you go. Fianna Fáil number one in the